How to start up a business. Now, first, you need to figure out what your business is going to be. If you don't know what your business is going to be, then you can't expand on your idea. So, you can choose a product you want to sell. So, shoes, bracelets, plants, and then you think about how you're going to start that business. Now, you know what you want to do, but you need the equipment. So, for me, I had this rack lying around in the greenhouse, so I just brought that inside after cleaning it down mostly. And then I got a propagation kit with grow lights. And I also got some plants to go in these. Now, you may not want to do plants, so you might want to do shoes. Shoes are harder to do if you're individually putting on these tiny crystals and painting the soles alone. But if you do, then because it could take you, say, 11 hours for a pair of shoes, not including breaks. But then if you also have to buy the stuff to get it, so like shoes, plain ones probably around 10-15. If you're doing heels, probably a bit more. Then you need the paint, which is probably really specific and would cost about £20 for around 2 to 4 pairs. So a fair bit for all your money. And then you would have the sequins, which would be around the same as the shoes, but could last you for like 1 or 2 pairs. Now, after you've figured out that, so starting cost, how you're going to do it, then you figure out how much you're going to sell your product for. So using everything I just said, you could charge a pair for $150, considering the amount of time you're putting in. Now, if you want to make them more expensive, then you have to buy more expensive stuff in, and then you have to put more time and effort into it. Like, if you take plants, for example, if you take plants, for example, you have to buy, like if it's succulents, one succulent will do wonders. So I've got one succulent in another room in my house, and from that I've got a lot of plants. Now, if you just so happen to have what you need lying around, like in my case, I have succulents lying around, so the ones that I've got here mainly are, some people may not like this name, but it is devil's backbone. It's an invasive species, but it's one of the easiest to propagate. But as long as you keep it isolated from a lot of plants, it won't be a big problem. And the plants that are behind me here, I spent almost £20 on. Well, one was a gift, but I spent around £12.49 on the rest. And from these, I've taken one cutting of each, and I've put them into these. Now, after you have started figuring out what your product is going to be, then you can start producing more and setting up a website if you're doing it for like all around the world, so globally. Or if you're doing it like in your area, say village, then you just need a poster outside where you live. Or if you're in a city, still do posters, you just make sure that police don't notice them. No, you still want people to notice, so ignore that last bit. So after you've started advertising, if you're in a village, people just start coming to your door, or if you've got like a little area out front, you can sell them there. And after you figure out what you're going to charge for your product, so in my case plants, then you can start selling. And if they're high quality and quite cheap, and a lot of people want that, then you're probably going to be making money really quickly. But if you're having to spend around £30 for, say, a pair of shoes, yes, if you're selling them for 150, you're making 5 times the money. But then you also have to think about buying in the next pair, so another 30. So that will deduct from the original payment. So instead of getting 150, after paying, that will pay for the pair of shoes that you did before, so not 120. But then if you need to pay for the next one, you don't have any in stock, and then it will go down to 90 total profit. You need to calculate profit as well. If you're selling something that's really easy to get because you just need one thing and it will continue to produce like succulents, then you can sell them for cheap. But because all you need to do is cut bits off, then it's not going to be much of a problem if you sell them for low prices. After that, just expand, invest. As long as you keep on investing in your business and putting in the effort and expanding, then your business will grow really well. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something today.